Well, many thanks indeed for joining us this lovely afternoon. I trust you had a lovely week. Welcome to Wcnn. I am Annabelle Weiss.
Welcome to Wcnn. I am Ken Orwa. A quick look at the headlines. Exit the month of healing and enter the month of power.
Check your friends before they wreck themselves.
Give God his breath back.
Well, stick around for these details and more. Meanwhile, Wcnn begins now.
Now, the whole of last month was all about health and cure. But this does not mean that healing and cure ended with the close of last month. Wholesome health is the birthright of every winner, but it's not that obvious. To be a partaker of the unlimited healing that prevails in the home of signs and wonders, one must first learn to tap into the powers of our spiritual mysteries. One of these powers is anointing. The other is feet washing, prophetic utterances,
I see a PlayStation 3 in your future. Turn around 3 times.
laying of hands, and of course, baptism. Those are the keys to divine health and youthfulness.
Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rocking to the beat. And Wonder Mike and I'd like to say hello.
In the meantime, October is here with us, and it has been prophetically declared our season with the encounter with power.
Yes, indeed. The month of October is going to be your month. Now, as the realities of the last days and times continues to dawn on us, who will bridge the gap between young people and God? Our reporter Cloud Bows tells us more.
The World Health Organization claims that today the life expectancy of Africans is 47 years. And this means that soon we won't be able to know what an old man looks like. Despite these grave statistics, it pains me to observe young people still living dangerously, with most of our churches almost empty on Sundays, and the clubs overflowing with your friends and my friends. Everybody can surely agree that there is a big complication in our generation, and this complication is brought about by one thing:
sin. Yes, sin.
And the only way to rise up is by getting back to God's perfection, through drawing ourselves and our friends back to his salvation. And when I say friends, I don't mean your best buddies. I mean
And anyone and everyone. And by everyone, I mean everyone.
So don't come to church alone. Bring a friend along with you and follow them up until they are fully established. Reach out, persist, invite. For WCNN, I'm your son, Cloud Bows.
Thank you, Cloud Bows, for that remarkable report. Now, communication among Kenyans continues to deteriorate every day. Kenyans have totally Kenyanized the English language.
Uamuzi vizuri. Kama walisample 22 constituency wakapata discrepancy donge. Hapa donge. Sa 290 constituency wangesample yote wangepata ngapi? To video kama ni keti kilonzo tangone jama.
Robbers, they're coming and just kidnapping our everything. We're just hustling our day life. They're just coming and kidnapping everything in our pocket.
After enjoying this matrimonial gig makamago.
The teachers are even worse.
He was not able to light. I would give him some simple words to light, and he would not be able to light.
And the parents are beyond help. The world is now a global village, and if we want to become global citizens, then we must desist from such retrogressive communication trends. And the best way out is by reading constructive materials. Lucky for you, the Dominion bookstore has an array of intellectually and spiritually molding materials that you can take advantage of. So, pass through the bookstore today, pick a book or two, read more, learn more, and change your world.
Now, God has given us all that we have. Our reporter Michelle Esther tells us how we should serve God with all that we have.
It's human nature to be fascinated by temporary powers, and this is manifested by how we diligently use our talents to impress our earthly leaders. We sing for them, dance for them, act for them,
Mr. Price, Mark Price, Enterprise, Car Price, and for the sake of women representatives, I am soon building Mrs. Price. What do I say? DanielOwera.ke. Mr. President, you are tweet me.
etc. But when it comes to the King of Kings, we're all like, it's ungrateful not to serve the Lord wholeheartedly. After all the materials and non-material gifts He has endowed you with. So if you're not in a service group, or you're in a service group but not giving it your all, that practically makes you ungrateful, and it technically makes you ungrateful. So serve the Lord with all that He has blessed you, and you will surely double your portion. For Wcnn, I'm Michelle Esther.
Thank you, Michelle Esther, for that assertive report. Now, sometimes Mother Nature can be naughty.
The wind is so bad here in Palm Springs that it caused this stoplight to freeze.
And sometimes even heartless. So to avoid being victims of her practical jokes like these guys, so we should build a firm church structure. The good news is that construction of a robust youth and teens church is already underway. However, it will accelerate if you contribute more to the Bebambao to Jenge Youth Church initiative. Also, many thanks to your steadfast contribution, we've managed to buy one such TV.
With vanished bezel, magic swivel, and unibody finish.
And we also need one more. So, if you want to have a stylish church with 2 flashy screens, then the question is,
why are we not funding this?
Yeah, let's fund this noble initiative. Now, at what point does intelligence surpass education? Our reporter Liz Ooro with more.
Contrary to popular belief, there is a big difference between education and intelligence. Whereas education is the key, intelligence opens the door. Now, you don't have to be an A student to be intelligent, like this guy.
I have never suffered power brackets.
Yes, he cannot even spell the word success.
S-A-S-S.
But his intelligent innovations will make him successful.
Magero has tapped water from River Godo in his Kahindoine village, and using a bicycle rim, an old chaff cutter part, and a conveyor belt from an old chaff cutter to make a turbine, a gearbox and a generator, he has managed to produce the power, 300 volts of it. The second, a literal bulb going alight.
The moral of the story is, while it's important to bury yourselves in books, it's equally crucial to engage in innovative activities that are not necessarily deemed as mainstream. In other words, think outside the box and begin to make some real bakes. This is the only way we can kick poverty out of Kenya. For WCNN, I am Elizabeth Oro.
That's how we wind up today's edition of WCNN. I am Annabelle Weiss. Stay blessed.
I am Ken Orwa. Enjoy the rest of the service.
Thank you, Jesus. Sweeter than you I could.